Okay, so we're here with Arsenal fans. What's your names?
Toby.
Amelia.
Right, before we get into it, what was your honest prediction going into the match score-wise?
I think we're going to win 3-1, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was hoping 2-1, to be honest.
And then how would you analyse? What was your thoughts on the game?
I just don't think we showed up. I think Trossard basically didn't play as well as he should do. I think maybe Nawani should have come on earlier. Saka didn't really show up either. We just didn't play what we're just not got a bite at the moment. I don't know what's going on.
We weren't crossing into the box, pure and simple. Nobody was there. Like, we were just passing sideways, passing backwards. You know, we needed people coming in, and that's where we lacked massively. Yes, we had Havertz. Yes, we had Saka. But like you said, we didn't have anyone going in. Pure and simple. Nobody was there.
I never talk about bookies and stuff on this, but there was odds. Saka to have a shot was evens, and I thought, what do the bookies know here that I don't know? Because surely has. I lost 20 quid. Was there something going into the match with Saka, or what?
I just don't know. I mean, obviously, after his injury in England, he played well against Liverpool. He scored that goal, and today he wasn't the same player. I just don't know what's going on.
Is it down to Newcastle's performance as well, or was it you guys?
I mean, they closed Saka down. They've 3 players on him every time. You could see that, and they know the threat of Saka. Of course they do. But I thought if Saka was, Nawani would come on and draw the pace up, and Nawani didn't do anything today. So yeah, I don't know. It's hard.
I just think, like, with being with Saka as the subject, you know, we didn't. He's not 100% match fit, and you know Mikel gambling that risk of Saka not being fit. Like, I think that was a huge risk, and the fact that we've got Inter Milan on Wednesday.
We've got a lot of games.
You know,
Is the fitness issue, is that down to your manager a little bit? Because every time I see Arsenal play, his name is always down. He always lasts 90 minutes. Plays for England. I've never known anyone play a amount of games that he ends up playing.
I think he'll play if he wants to play.
Yeah.
Saka will say he'll play with his no legs, and that's what he'll do. So you've got to give it to him for that. So you know, it's a hard day today. We lost last season here, and we lost this season. You know, we've lost today as well. So let's just put it down, and hopefully we'll do you guys back at the Emirates.
Yeah, and then we're speaking, obviously you guys have got a very, very interesting take as well. The Man City point deduction, relegation, whatever's going to happen, fine or whatever. How do you guys see that honestly happening?
I see it just going away and dissolving. I believe it will. I don't think it'll happen.
That's just because of the power of Man City.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 100. Like it. I think it's everybody else versus Man City at this point now, because you know it's been going on for so long. We all know that deep down Man City have like the FA, etc. in their back pockets. They've got the monies, they've got the cash, they've got whatevers. But like in reality, who has ever got that cash apart from them? So it's just a bit like, I don't want to sound like I'm being like, woe be us at Arsenal. But yeah, exactly.
I'll say something. I think last season was a 2-horse race. I think this season is a 4-horse race. I think Chelsea are going to turn up this season. I think basically Liverpool obviously turning up. City are going to turn up. So you know, I think our season was last season. I don't know if we're going to win it this season. I think we need to concentrate on the Champions League.
That was what I was going to ask you as well, because Liverpool, I personally had them down as a transition season this season, new manager, everything like that. They've hit the ground running, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you see them pipping you guys to your usual regular second place?
I think they'll tail off towards the end of the season because if they didn't have Champions League last year. I think they'll have injuries like we have. We need her to go back, basically. That's all we're going to say. We need a massive miss. Yeah, huge.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think because we've had this injury crisis so early on in the season. Yeah, but at the same time, you know, like, you know, you look at Chelsea's results. See you, mate. You look at Chelsea's results in the last, like, you know, 4 or 5 fixtures. Yeah, but at the same time, you know, we've not been performing to what we need to do. Yeah. And, you know, you come up to Newcastle expecting for us to be performing 100, you know, week in, week out.
Is your title chances up now? It's very early in the season, so that, but to beat Man City, you almost literally have to be almost perfect.
Yeah, we shouldn't have lost today, and, you know, I'm worried. I have to be honest with you.
I'm worried. Yeah, I'm worried as well. Like, you know, you look at last match against Bournemouth, like you said, 2-0. To Bournemouth, like, that's not good, and the fact that, you know, 1-0 against Newcastle, like, as much as like they are a good team, at the same time, like, we should have turned up for a draw, if not got a last minute goal. Because I was expecting 2-1 today, quite easily.
I had you down for a win today, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
One of the questions I want to ask you guys, I'm very interested when you guys, because the most viral video that we've had doing these interviews was Man City fans, and they said the red cartel. And I'd literally never heard of that before, which probably shows a bit of football virgin kind of thing. I was gobsmacked that I hadn't. Ever since that, loads of comments about it. You guys were pictured in that, commented in that. What's your thoughts on that as an Arsenal fan?
What, as in like too many red cards or something like that?
Well, they said red cartel. They said there's too much power between Liverpool, Man U, Arsenal, and the Reds. That's what they said. That's Man City, who you would have thought had lots of power. So I'm keen to get your guys'
City
perspective.
have got more power than us. That's all I'm going to say, and that's all I'll say. Yep. There's no chance. They own the league. They always have owned the league. Look at where they are. They bent the rules, and they're still getting away with it. So I'm not got any more to say. I think it says it for itself. If someone's stupid, then they won't realise that they're buying the league. They've got to be buying the league.
I personally thought if there's a red card, I thought how can they not be? And they're one of the most powerful.
But the thing is, though, like today was a 12:30 kickoff, right? So you look at it, and I've said this to several of my mates who I go to Arsenal regularly with. You know, imagine if that was like a 3 p.m. kickoff at Man City. How would that affect? That would definitely affect the game more if it was at Man City, for example, compared to the lunchtime kickoff here at Newcastle or wherever it was. Like it's not on. Like like you said, we all know that the Man City have got the refs and the power and I just think people are growing tired of it, and I think there's been so much calling out on it that the FA and the Premier League refs and whatevers have just put the little earplugs in and just thought, sod this, I'm not listening to it. But in reality, you can't hide from the truth.
Yeah. And
So
just the last question as well. I know you've not seen much of him, so it's a very unfair question. But we had a Newcastle player, Mourinho. He's joined He's joined you. I know you've only seen bits of him. What are your thoughts on him? He didn't have a best of probably.
So I think he turned up against Liverpool.
Yeah.
I think he's been consistent.
Yeah.
But has he set the world on fire? No, I don't think he has.
What are you hoping for with him as well? Because obviously you've already got stocked up in midfield.
Yeah, I was hoping for he'd win more balls. His track record on headers is awesome for Spain. So yeah, I thought he would do better than he has done. But it's early days. Look at Havertz. So let's just see what happens.